Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of operational word problems. This is standard 7.3b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 14 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. Alright, so we have a fabric store that is selling some cloth and two rolls of the same cloth. Okay, one roll has got this 10 and 7/8, the other's got 12 and a fourth, and then we're selling some pieces of cloth. So first I need to figure out my total. Okay, so I'm going to get, let's see, this is my 10 and 7/8, and I'm just going to add this other one on top of it simply because it's the same cloth, so I need to get the sum. So 12 and a quarter, 12 and a fourth. Okay, so first let's figure out what is that sum altogether. All right, well, if we are going to add, right, we can add like this, at least for the whole numbers, right? So we can say that's going to be 22. Now, I need to add my 7/8 and my 1/4. You need to have the same denominators. So looking at my least common denominator, you know what, I can just multiply that by 2. And I can get 2/8. Alright, so 7/8 and 2/8, that's going to give me 9/8. Alright, so 22 and 9/8, which if I wanted to rewrite it, I'm actually going to leave it like that. Really what I would do is I would take an 8/8 out of there, right? And make that, 1/8 left over, and I would take this and I would add it to that right there. And I would make it 23 and 1/8. But I'm going to leave it as this 22 and 9/8. Something makes me think I'm going to need to regroup maybe. So either one of these works. 22 and 9/8, 23 and 1/8. Right? You could take a full 8/8 out of those 9/8. Now, I have my 23 and 1/8, otherwise known as 22 and 9/8. Now the store sells 4 pieces of cloth. Okay, so each piece of cloth, 4 equal groups of, I'm going to say 4 and 3/8. All right, so now I need to multiply. So 4 and 3/8 times 4. Okay, well, I can just do that in chunks, right? I can break it apart. So I can say, all right, 4 times 4, 16. And then 3/8 times 4. Well, 3/8 times 4, right? You can make it 4 over 1. That's going to be 12/8. Okay, so 16 and 12/8. We need to do the same thing here. Okay, we need to take 8/8, a full whole out of that 12/8. That's going to leave you 4/8 left. But I want to take that and add that as a plus 1 right there. So 17 and 4/8. Okay, so this now is 17 and 4/8. So what does that leave me? Well, that's why I want that 22 and 9/8. That's going to be helpful. So I've got 22 and 9/8 of cloth. That's these two all together. And then I'm selling 4 sets of 4 and 3/8, which makes this 17 and 4/8. Okay? How many yards of cloth does a fabric store have left over? Well, let's subtract. And since we can just subtract straight down here, right? 9/8 minus 4/8 is going to be your 5/8. We have the same denominator. We have a larger numerator subtracting a smaller numerator. 22 minus 17. There we go. 5 and 5/8. That's a lot of work. But my answer here is B, 5 and 5/8 yard.